What's up, guys? So in 3.25, there was a new unique shield that was released, which is probably one of the best defensive options in the game. Now, I know defense is not the sexiest of topics. I know most people and players want to focus on how to get the most DPS out of their builds and min-max that way, but you do 0 DPS when you're dead. In today's video, we're going to go over what the shield is, how to get it, and what builds can best utilize it. So let's jump into it. One of my favorite things about Path of Exile is that most of the unique items in the game are either tied to lore in the game or folklore or mythology from the real world. I feel like this is such a cool attention to detail. Some examples of this are Minion, Tabula Rasa, and 7 League Step. On a side note, if you guys want me to do more videos about the real life lore of some of the other unique items in the game, just let me know in the comment section. The shield we're talking about today is Svalinn Girded Tower Shield. Svalinn is a legendary shield in Nordic mythology, which stands in front of the sun, protecting the world from her heat. In the Grimnismal, which is a codex of poems and religious manuscripts, Odin says of Svalinn, "In front of the sun does Svalinn stand, the shield for the shining god. Mountains and sea would be set in flames if it fell before the sun." In Path of Exile, Svalinn is a unique shield that drops off the Black Knight. The Black Knight is a unique boss that can be randomly encountered in one of your maps. If you see the Starfall crater in your map, enter this and you will find the Black Knight. Defeating him has a chance to drop the Svalinn shield. The Svalinn Girded Tower Shield grants 23% chance to block, 397 to 437 armor, 100 to 150 ward, and minus 3% to movement speed. It also grants 10 to 20 to maximum life, 10 to 15% chance to block spell damage, another 100 to 150 to ward, and then minus 10% maximum chance to block attack damage and spell damage. But it grants our chance to block as being lucky, which is a huge bonus. It also can trigger an elemental spell on block with a 0.25 second cooldown. What makes this shield so good is it grants our chance to block as being lucky. If you don't know what lucky means you basically get to roll the die twice. So our chance to block with the Svalinn is 88%. So if we roll under 88, we are going to pass the roll. If we roll over 88, we get a chance to roll again to see if we pass the roll. So we're going to use this D100 to showcase what I mean. So we're going to go ahead and roll this, and any roll under 88 is going to say, is assuming that we block the damage. So we're going to keep rolling. As you can see, it's going to be pretty often that you block, right? So we're going to keep rolling until we hit a roll over 88. Okay, so we hit 92, which means that we didn't block. But since our block chance is lucky, we get to roll this again. So if we roll again and it's under 88, then we block the damage, which we did. We rolled a 75. So that's what makes this shield so good. You basically are going to block 100% of the damage almost 90% of the time. Really good defensive option. So while any build can use this shield is really good on a minion build, and there's a couple of reasons why. One of the reasons is because if you're using this shield on a non-minion build, you're going to have to invest something into block chance in order to get to block cap, whether that be Tempest Shield, whether that be a Rumi's Concoction, whether that be points on the tree. You're going to have to do something in order to get the spell chance and block chance cap, whereas on a minion build, we have to invest very little, which is awesome. And if you remember, if you've been following my channel for a while, my old build, we actually used to have to take glancing blows to get to block chance, which sucks because you only block 60% of the damage, whereas with this setup we're going to block 100% of the damage, which is going to make us way tankier, right? So this is my POB here. So with Bone Offering at 20% quality, we are at 41% chance to block attack damage, and then 24% chance to block spell damage, right? So if we get a Rumi's Concoction, it doesn't even need to be max rolled. We can get like a decent roll. This one's a 10% chance to block attack damage and 4% chance to block spell damage. So if we turn that on, that brings us to 55% chance to block attack damage and 31% chance to block spell damage, right? Now, where it gets really good, if we go to our skill tree, and the Ascendancy, Mistress of Sacrifice, this allows us to have our offerings affect us as well. So if we put the points in here, now we go up to 88% block chance on attack damage, and we're at spell chance block at 75%, which is amazing. Basically, all you really need to do is 1 point, into Mistress of Sacrifice and then get a Rumi's Concoction. Doesn't even need to be max rolled. You can get a decently rolled one in it, and that's going to get you to block chance cap. And also, too, you don't even need to have 20% quality on your Bone Offering. See, if you take this quality down, it'll still get you pretty close, right? So yeah, we're only 2% off of attack damage block, and we're at 4% off of spell chance block. So really good shield for us. Amazing defensive choice. Well, that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to talk about this shield a little bit. This is a great defensive option that was added this league, and it's really good for us minion players. It's also not very expensive. You can pick up a mid to low rolled one or low to mid rolled one for probably like 10 to 20 C, and then you can get a max rolled one, probably like 1 to 2 div. Still not very expensive. Really great defensive option. Okay, so if you guys enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing, as it does really help with the YouTube algorithm. I make weekly content with a pretty heavy focus on PoE, but I do some Baldur's Gate 3 stuff, some game reviews, things like that. So until next time, have a great day / night. See ya.